Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences so you don't have to learn things the hard way. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. None of my content should be viewed as financial advice. If you like what my content offers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications to get notified about new content when I publish it. So today we're going to do a very quick update on Safemoon. And as you can see, the price has dropped significantly today. We had a little bit of a sell-off here, starting to bounce back a little bit. There's information out there about the version 2 token and the consolidation potentially having to shift to the right a little bit, even though that's not actually what was in the tweet from John Maroney. It just said that they got a really cool idea and they wanted to add it to the contract before they launch. It wasn't even a mention about potentially shifting, although if you've been tracking Safemoon for a while, with the Safemoon wallet being delayed and the Apple release of it being delayed and different things with that, a lot of us in the Safemoon community did expect that this was probably going to happen. Most of the timelines, and this is kind of the thing that they've learned, is you got to be careful with timelines, especially when you rely on third parties to do certain aspects. In the previous case, it was the Apple team to go through their process. So most of that timeline was from pre-restructuring, when they ended up having to remove some negative influences from inside of their company. There was a lot of FUD going around about some interactions with some of the people that worked at Safemoon. They got rid of some people, restructured, moved some people in, hired some people. Before all of that was when they announced the timeline. And whenever you have any kind of a restructuring and get new people up to speed, sometimes a delay. Now, again, it hasn't even been officially announced as a delay, but you can see the information has a tendency to drop the Safemoon price pretty quickly, regardless of where it comes from. And in this case, it was John Maroney, so the CEO of Safemoon, saying, hey, we want to do this cool thing with the contracts, so we're going to do that. It didn't even say anything about a delay, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's delayed. And we should get more information at Safemoon Sunday. It's supposed to be this Sunday, if I remember correctly. So I'll be covering that. I'll be doing a live stream of that event. And that's why I don't want to spend too much time today, because we're about to get a whole bunch of new information from Safemoon on the roadmap and what they've got coming and potentially some release dates. But again, I think they've learned their lesson about providing release dates. My guess is if they're going to say anything, they'll say a month. So maybe they'll say by the end of the month, or maybe they'll say December. That I think is more realistic, and if they got a little bit of an education on how business stuff works, they're going to build in plenty of wiggle room into that schedule to ensure that they can make that, especially if they're relying on third parties. That will be my recommendation. But I just wanted to do a quick update, because if you woke up and you saw, and it's been decreasing just because we don't have a lot of information, Safemoon Sunday is coming, and we'll get more information with that. There's been a lot of tweets out there and a lot of Discord messages, especially from the key team, but it's nothing that's really newsworthy, so I haven't been covering a lot of information. Now, the one thing I will give you guys an update on beyond just the price, let's go ahead and take a look at the holders. So as you can see, we're almost up to 3 million holders, 2.8 million holders. So this token continues to increase, even if you don't necessarily see it in the price action. A lot of the people that are buying into this are people that can't buy a ton. It isn't on a lot of exchanges, so keep in mind, we have 2.8 million people in this project, and most of them aren't on exchanges. There's not a lot of major exchanges that have listed this project. So here's a list of the markets that you can go buy Safemoon on. That's not a lot of options. And you'll notice most of them aren't really big. I mean, Bitmart's pretty big, but they're not huge markets. And usually this yellow triangle here is telling you that they don't do the rewards, so take that into consideration. Even Bitmart's their rewards process, I've mentioned it before on this channel, it's usually a lump sum once per month. It's not really the same thing as the rewards, but the best place to buy it is still through PancakeSwap right now until we get the blockchain up and running. But it's not listed on as many exchanges as many of the other tokens that are out there. And we've got 2.8 million holders. So what do you think is going to happen when this thing gets listed on the major exchanges? Probably coming after the blockchain. That would be my guess, because why would you do a lot of major exchanges before the blockchain? But that's just a guess. That's an assumption on my part. They haven't said that. But I suspect we've got a lot of listings coming in the future for this particular project, and the adoption is only going to get higher. not lower. So we're at 2.8 million holders. That's pretty impressive for this project. Now, one other thing for the wallet, 600,000 downloads and counting. That's phenomenal. That's a lot of people downloading the Safemoon wallet. And it's not even, it's pretty good. It's got a lot of great options in there, but you can't use it nearly as much as, say, the Trust wallet. It doesn't have the robust swap capabilities that PancakeSwap has inside of Trust wallet. It's still building. It's still developing that entire system. And they just added a whole bunch of tokens. So we'll scroll up a little bit here, and you can see that they've added new pairs. So it's continually pushing upgrades into the wallet. Now, no doubt, when you saw this, you got a little concerned. Everybody does. So let's back out a little bit. Let's look at the last 180 days. And as you can see, we were way up here before. We spent a lot of time down here as they developed some of the utility that they're working on. And then we had the skyrocket. And now we're coming back down just because of some FUD and some bad information that potentially is out there. Again, on Sunday, we'll find out exactly what's probably happened with the version 2 token, or as much as they're willing to tell us at the time. My guess is that they'll address some of that because there is some stuff about the V2 token that John's already talked about, but no specific information. Not that they're actually shifting anything, just, hey, we're putting something else in there. And you guys will be excited that we're doing it. So don't worry too much about this. Again, look at some of these projects with a long-term perspective. If you're buying these hoping that, and I always buy the same thing, hoping that I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. But the reality is that happens on such a small fraction of projects. And the ones that you can really do that on are the ones you get in like day one. And all of a sudden it's up skyrocketing because of X, Y, or Z. Those are the ones you really have a chance on, but they're also very high risk. So those are good options, but you have a high risk with them as well. This one's been around for a while. It's an established project. There's tons of misinformation out there and FUD for some reason. There's a lot of communities that build themselves up around bringing projects down. I don't know what it is about doing that, but there are quite a few out there that do that. I haven't seen any indication that this is not going to be a very strong project. And if you know me outside of the YouTube, I talk about this project quite a bit. I talk about some of the other projects quite a bit as well, but I've been talking about this one for, well, quite a while, just because there's so much utility built into it. And I've said the same thing on some of my videos here. Show me another token that's got as much utility as what Safemoon's got built. I'll cover it, but I haven't found it yet. And nobody's put that in the comments about check this one out or check this one out because it's got just as much as Safemoon's got going on. There's not a single comment like that. So don't lose faith in this project just because there's some weird price dips. Again, this is a huge price dip over here. Look at it with the long term. My suspicion, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice, but I think this one's going to do well. And that's my opinion, and that's how I'm looking at this project. So I don't worry about the day-to-days on price fluctuations because I think in the long run, this project is going to contribute to me sitting on a beach drinking Mai Tais. And I hope you see it the same way. And if we all make a ton of money on it, first round's on me when we get to the beach. We'll coordinate a crypto newbie subscriber base that made a ton of money off of this, and we'll go sit on a beach someplace. That's it for today. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update because I know that some people probably did wake up a little concerned about this, and I wanted to provide that update. Until next time, stay strong with those diamond hands. Crypto Newbie here to tell you how you can get $2,340 in free stocks. All the links I use in this video are in the description. Sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300. Your first stock is free automatically. Deposit any amount and you get your second stock. Deposit 1 penny and you get your second stock. Total value could be up to $2,300. Generally $5 per stock is what you get. Next we have block fee. Get $10 in Bitcoin just for signing up. Read the fine print. I've got a rewards account. You'll get $40 in Bitcoin, as will I. So you know exactly what I'm going to get and what you're going to get. You do need to deposit $100 to get your $40 in Bitcoin. That's the overview how to get $2,340 just by signing up for accounts.